how she's supposed to survive if her caretaker or her guide can't even go with her.
P-A-S-C-A-L.
So here it is. It's Daily Mail, so it's pop-ups all over the damn place. So just bear with me, y'all. It says deaf-blind Paralympic swimmer, Becca Meyers, 26, quits after being told she couldn't bring her care assistant, mom, to Tokyo because of, restrictions. The C word restrictions. I can't even say the dang thing. All right, so I'm just going to read the bullets because, obviously it's a much longer story here. But it says right here, Becca Meyers won 3 gold medals at the 2016 Paralympics in Rio. She's withdrawing from Tokyo Games after being told she wouldn't be allowed to bring her mother, Maria. Okay, but see, here's the thing. This is the problem I have with this story, because how she's supposed to survive if her caretaker or her guide can't even go with her. That's absolutely bonkers. Let's read a few more, and then I'm going to throw it over to you, T. Okay, so Becca was born with Usher syndrome, which means she is deaf and partially blind. So she's partially blind. She said mass made it impossible for her to lip read, and she struggles finding her way around new surroundings. Ordinarily, her mom, Maria, accompanies her to events as her personal care assistant. Let's go on. This year, Team USA said, because of the certain restrictions that are going on in Japan, you know exactly what I'm talking about, says it means Maria, her care assistant, her personal care assistant, her mother, cannot go. They are only allowing operational essential staff with roles related to the overall execution of the games. Instead, they are asking Becca, I'm pulling this up, asking Becca and 33 other athletes, to share an on-call carer. Let me say that again. Instead, they're asking Becca and 33 other athletes, there's a typo in here, to share an on-call carer. 2 other visually impaired swimmers say they stand by Becca, but they haven't yet withdrawn. So this doesn't make any sense to me. This really doesn't make any sense to me. You have somebody who is partially blind and deaf. She's an athlete. Her mother is her caretaker or her personal care assistant. Here's the lady, the athlete. This is Becca Meyers right here. All right. And it says she won 3 gold medals at the 2016 Rio Games. And she has won 6 Olympic medals in total. 6. Okay. And now she can't go and compete, or she's withdrawing to compete, because she can clearly use a carer to their liking, but she cannot use the person that she's accustomed to and comfortable with, that knows her through and through, knows exactly what she needs, knows exactly what she doesn't need, that will protect her if some bad things go down, will make sure she's all taken care of. Her personal care assistant, which is also her mama, and she can't even bring her mother. What the hell is this, T? Come on, man. Come on, bruh.
Yeah, it's definitely discouraging for someone who is disabled and has rights, and typically has legally additional rights because they are handicapped, is having to quit the Olympics, which is a once in a chance lifetime event to partake in. And she's also one of the better athletes who has previously won medals. So having her not be part of this is a huge loss. The Olympics should find a way to accommodate her needs, despite COVID, in consideration of her disability. So it's sad to see that this is happening. And the Olympics is having a really tough year, with the issues with their athletes. And this is the latest one, unfortunately.
What doesn't make any sense is that this is somebody who is obviously impaired, hearing impaired, and visually, she is. What did they say? She's partially blind. Sorry, she's and deaf. So she's full on deaf, partially blind. So she doesn't even know, you know what I'm saying? It's not like she's deaf and she can fully see. She's partially blind. Let me repeat that. She's partially blind. And she's going to go and trust herself with some random affiliate that they're saying is her carrier or her carer. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. We live in a very weird ass world. And people are nasty and crazy nowadays. It's crazier out here more than ever. You think that some woman who's deaf and partially blind is just going to go up to Tokyo, Japan and just be all cool with it, all willy-nilly? Oh, who's this person? Cool. Nice to meet you, Jack. I totally trust you. Never met you, don't even know you from a can of paint, but let's go. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Every single person that is impaired, that is going to compete in the Paralympics, should be allowed to bring in that one person, that one sole solitary person. They run the test. They make sure that they're either fully up to date or that they pass the tests to be able to go through so they don't have, etc. You see what I'm saying? And then they go and they're there. Doesn't mean that suddenly 700,000 people are going to come into the place and suddenly there's going to be. This is ridiculous. And this is specifically why this woman, this athlete, is stepping down from competing, because she's worried about her own safety. You're playing with somebody's safety. That's messed up. She's vulnerable, y'all. Some certain rules do not need to apply in certain situations. And in this particular situation, when you have somebody who's partially blind, or if she was fully blind or partially blind, it doesn't matter. She should have her caretaker. She should have the person, her personal care assistant that she trusts, that knows her, that she knows, that she can lean towards. You're just going to assign her some random on-call carer. And she going to share that person with how many other athletes? Hell no. Hell to the no, man. Hell no.
There should always be some kind of exemption or some kind of waiver that somebody can actually file on the behalf of someone who is disabled. But in this case, seems the fact it's not happening, and Becca Meyers had to actually quit something that she loved to do her whole life. It's something that has been harder for her to do because she's disabled in multiple areas. This is a shameful thing that we have to see. The USA has to step up and make this right going forward.
In my personal opinion, it is very, very sad that somebody has to go through that kind of situation, be put into a situation like that where she doesn't need to be. She should have the right to choose who she wants to bring with her all the way out to Tokyo. She is going to a foreign land. You see what I'm saying? She's going to a foreign land. She ain't going to the Walmart around the corner. You know what I'm saying? She's going to Tokyo. She's going somewhere else, a completely different foreign land. She should be able to go with somebody that she trusts. You know? I truly believe, like, every person, even fully abled, I guess, people, right, that go out of town, like that go travel, you know what I'm saying, that want to go overseas to some foreign land, I always highly recommend you should have a travel partner. Some people, like T, are got some balls, you know what I mean, got some brass balls, and will just do it, you know what I'm saying, and blend in with the crowd, you know, and blend in with the people and the culture. Some people are just lucky like that, but some other people, though, some other ones, though, aren't as lucky. And then next thing you know, they don't come back home because they were going solo dolo. And that doesn't even matter. Like, I'm just saying, even with somebody who is not, that is fully hearing abled, you know, can see, etc., I always say travel with a partner. Have a travel partner, especially if you're going overseas. You need to make sure you have somebody that will always have your back, will always make sure you're okay. Period. And vice versa. Because you never know. You might be in a weird, hairy situation. So, I don't know. That whole situation's trash to me, you know? It's unfair. It's unfair. And she's being put in a situation that I don't think she rightfully deserves. And she shouldn't be put in that. Now she had to make a decision on not coming back home with the gold, you know, with this situation, all because she can't bring her mama? That's trash.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.